Are you the #1 fan out here today?
It's Monday mayhem. Engines loud. Opinions louder. Mud. Motors. And straight up chaos. Live. Right now. This is mud racing now.
What's happening, everybody? We're back.
What's going on, Blake?
Just hanging out with you and Mr. Robert.
That's right.
How you doing?
We're doing good, buddy. Glad to have you on the show.
Y'all got over all that heat sauce we had Saturday?
Oh
what
my
are
gosh.
you talking about?
Lord.
Did anybody see the actual heat index?
I don't know what the heat index was, but I can tell you one thing. If hell's hotter than that, I ain't going to hell.
No, that was bad.
Nope.
One of the, well, I think it was the most exciting, the best race I've run yet. The worst time ever, though, with that heat. Jesus. I was eating snow cones.
Well, while we're all out in the sun, Blake sat in a can.
Tin can.
Van. It's a can. You know, it's like a big aluminum can. And I have an additional air conditioner in there, but Blake said it quit working about halfway through the day. So,
well, then we had a young lady get in there and turn the air conditioner on for me. She cranked the van up, but she didn't know how to work the air conditioner, so she turned the heat on.
Yeah, she did.
And then she decided it was too hot in the van, so she left the van running.
Oh my God.
Well, it's got a brand new van, so you can't hear it run. So I didn't even know it was running. I had headphones. I'm watching the race, and I'm going, "Oh my God, I'm gonna die!" And the damn heat was on in the van. The girl, she tried to kill me. I think that's what it was.
My 15-year-old granddaughter.
Yeah, she don't know how to work it.
Set up for our merchandise, and she had the carport behind it. And I filled the car up before we got to Twitty's that morning. When I got in it that night, getting ready to leave, we had to have a tank of fuel because she ran all day.
It ran all day in the AC.
Yeah,
my wife said they were over there.
Yeah.
She was like, I wanted to help them because they had the babies and everything. And she was like, she said, your wife was being a trooper, though.
He did.
We all drag our wives into this stuff somehow or another.
Look, my wife's my biggest supporter, and I guess you want to say she's my biggest pusher. She makes sure she comes up with just as many ideas as I do for the Southern Mud Outlaws. And he's been behind the things from the beginning, and everything on our social media. Don't ask me to do it. I can't do it. Forte is I do the race support, and he handles all the stuff. Great job for us. And taking care of it, word out there, all the different sponsors and all. She does a great job with it.
She does a great job. We watch it, your stuff, and it looks amazing. It looks really good.
Very good at what she does, and I bless God that He gave me her. I tell her she's my best friend, and she met me at a dirt track racing. And I told her on the day she started dating me that you don't like racing, you might as well go ahead and leave now, but we're going to race. I love it so much that I named my first one after Bristol Motor Speedway. I named him Bristol.
Oh, cool.
I named him Grayson, and I put Grayson with a B in front of it, and then my little girl, Grayson.
That's smart.
Y behind it. So they all
nice.
Their names.
That's pretty creative.
Man, look, we're gonna race till the day we die. Most probably, I'll be gray, old, and with a cane out there or a walker trying to still work, have a race. So
you'll be giving advice then.
Yeah.
Where did you start racing? How far back is your background?
So my family in from Laranja, Louisiana, which is an hour north of New Orleans, Louisiana. My family bought a dirt track when I was 12 years old, and we started working the racetrack. And then I started working the track as flagging and running the track for my uncle during the week, helping his wife run it at age 16. And I've been doing it ever since then.
Wow.
For racing.
Get out of my head, Blake.
Right.
I've raced, I've drove, I've put on races. I did my own events by myself. I ran somewhere doing it. I did every bit of it. So I tell everybody my hat's kind of big because I can take my promoter hat off, put the driver hat on, and know what the drivers need. But I'm a fan of it. I don't care if it's a lawnmower race. I'm going to watch a lawnmower race.
That's right. That's right.
Once you
get to smell that fuel,
you can't get out of your blood. It just pumps in your blood. And it's the same thing with mud. We got into mud racing, and it's just funny. We got into it. It's my hometown built a mud track and got into it. And long story short, my son, 10 years old, and said, "Daddy, let's start us a top 10 3 Outlaws do on TV."
Nice.
Hey.
We made a top 10 list, and that whoever the baddest is wants to come race us and see where you at.
Nice.
Nice.
Now you're doing it.
Hence
Wow.
the name Southern Mud Outlaws.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was Southern Mud Outlaws, and I got 2 guys in a meeting at a restaurant where my son gave me the idea, and there's 2 of the biggest names in mud racing around, which was Duke Bohannon.
Yep.
All know Duke, and then at this time Randy Roberts was probably the fastest straight line guy ever at that point. I mean, he drove anything, everything, and was fast. I mean, he was running 2 seconds at 200 foot. I mean, Randy Roberts was a big deal, and he lived right there by us. And we met at a restaurant, and I got Kevin Dawson, which is a big straight line guy. And we said, we're going to make this a top 10 list. And we had our first ever race that our top 10 list in 5 different classes. And it just went from there. And then the mega truck kind of just took over a little more, got bigger, and that's where we started going with it. We started running points. You see where we're at now with it.
Well, I was introduced to the Megas last November at Twitty's, and this was Blake's first time with the Megas, I think.
That was my first time at Twitty's and with that many mega trucks.
Yeah, we've ran races where it's been 44 mega trucks. I'm talking about 1 ton, 44 2.5 ton trucks to the track. Have 12, 13 mega, 1 ton mega trucks there. Run all 4 passes, put on a race, have a good time. You can have big numbers, you can have smaller numbers. It just depends on what you can make a show out of. And like Twitty's, I couldn't run 2 at a time, but everywhere else I go, we run 2 at a time, and we run a style where it's qualifying. So everybody makes 2 passes, 1 left lane, 1 right lane. We add them together, and we go to a top 8 shootout. And the top 8's heads up. First one to the finish line moves on. You make more money.
Oh, wow.
So
That's awesome.
Gets to go race, and then y'all got to see it this past weekend. When I do my qualifying passes, I have that 3rd pass option where, hey, if you messed up on one of your passes, you come back out there and you'll get 9 or 10 guys. Hey, I think I can get a little more time. I messed up. I'm going back out there again, and they'll throw down again trying to get in the top 8.
That was pretty cool.
I think we had 6 redo it.
I
think 6 people rerun that day.
We did, and what I told Twitty when I went and got all on who was going to do the top 6, the top shootout for the 3rd pass option. When I went to them and asked them, I've never had this happen before. I've had in my top 5, I've had maybe 1 or 2 in the top 5 say, okay, I'll rerun because I'm a little worried about maybe a couple of them passing me. At Twitty's, 5th, 4th, and 3rd all took the 3rd pass option to try to run again to get higher up.
Yeah.
Wow.
That and didn't, and then we'll get into that a little bit. What happened with that situation? That was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So
we pulled some video clips, I think.
yes, sir. Yes.
Blake, you want to? Blake's the director behind everything.
Well,
Yeah, I just randomly pulled some because I didn't get to work on it last night because you know why, Gene, but whatever.
Yeah.
Had a damn tree fall across my whole backyard and crush everything, so it kind of screwed me up.
Lord.
So this, I didn't realize that Resurrection Racing had rebuilt their truck.
Yeah,
Chris
they
Keaton.
were the old truck. They're working on it. He's been calling me, Chris and his dad have been calling me like, we want to come. We're not finished. Like every time they got to a hurdle where they thought they had it done, they'd find something else and they had to redo it. So I was glad to see them come back out, and he come back out in the 1 ton class for the first time out this year and finished 2nd. That was pretty good for him.
Yeah.
That truck has always been on fire.
Yeah,
He's an incredible driver.
If you've ever watched Chris, let me tell you one thing. Chris will drive the wheels off of it. I mean, he is a great driver. Been watching him a bunch of times at Thunder Alley and then Thunder Valley when I come to South Carolina, and he's always a force to be reckoned with because Chris just is a, how you say that, all-around good driver, and I guess he just feels it and knows what he needs to do in his truck.
Yep.
Right.
Well, Ronnie
Right.
Davis just chimed in. I don't know if are you seeing the notes, Robert?
I do not see the notes, but if you're going to say Ronnie Davis, let me tell you, Ronnie called me up last week. Hey, Robert, I'm coming for the win. And let me tell you, Ronnie Davis come there, and he was going for everything he could do. I mean, Ronnie come up there and put blistering passes down and did a great job driving that truck.
Yeah.
This year, that truck just got widened, lowered everything, and he has made some big changes, and it's paid off tremendously for Ronnie.
Yeah.
Proud of
love
So
Ronnie.
that truck.
we have so Blake and I for the last this is going on 9 years. The last 9 years we worked at Palmetto Mudway down in
Okay.
St. George, South Carolina.
Okay.
And that's not a mega track. That's a straight line mud pit. Well, we had a race. What was it, last month before, and Ronnie showed up with empty pockets.
Ronnie showed up.
And we built a ramp at the start of the pit, and I think that's the first time they've ever had a truck launch into the mud
Into
pit.
it.
And that truck
fun.
it is, man, oh man, that thing is just absolutely
That
amazing.
supercharger whistling. Oh man, that thing takes me away.
Ronnie's running points with me and missed the first race because the truck was not done. The axle's probably about a foot to a foot and a half wider than what he had last year, which gives him a chance of going off in the corner. The truck's a little lower, so it gives him a better chance of staying the throttle in the corner, and it has tremendously helped Ronnie to be able to get in there and run with the top dogs and be right there in the top three, which
Right.
finished third at Twitty's. I mean, you can't ask for a better finish.
No,
Gene,
no.
I think you and I were talking about it. We were looking at some of those trucks that might have been, 10 inches off the ground in the belly pan?
Yeah.
But have 3 foot worth of travel,
Yes, sir.
lower center of gravity and all.
Chris Shubin,
They-
the brand new truck with the Voodoo truck. I mean, that was the first race on that truck. That's the first mud on that truck. This past weekend, Voodoo trucking, and that truck is sitting about 12 to 13 inches off the ground. It's really, it's got a wide stance. I mean, Chris now, what his biggest problem with his old truck is he couldn't see really good out of the windshield. Now it's like almost 3 foot more of area he can see out of the windshield. So tremendously a lot better for him. First time out, ran in the top 10 for first time with a brand new truck that's never hit dirt or mud. You got to be proud of that, because usually when you go out there with a brand new truck, something breaks, something don't work right.
Right. The
Everything
gremlins
worked.
come out.
10th, he finished the race. Now he can go home and tune on it, dial it in, and come out and run
Yeah.
it better.
Yeah. Ronnie says he's only sitting 8 inches off the ground.
Yep. It's remarkable what's going on with these trucks. And I'll throw a shout out to who I think started all that. Back in the day, a couple of years back was Chris Loudback. Chris Loudback had a Jeep that he got lower than anybody. And when he pulled up the line against somebody, he would be, maybe 10 inches off the ground with his Jeep. Everybody else was like 2 foot to 2.5 foot off the ground. And he would just flat foot it through the corners and was just tearing them up. Chris could drive, not taking nothing away from him, but the truck was just phenomenal in the corners. It never would, what I say, high center or get up on the 2 wheels, because it was so low, the center of gravity low, and he could just mat it to the floor and just walk away from everybody.
Well, that's like the Voodoo truck. The Voodoo truck he's talking about. He's got 4-wheel steering now,
Yes,
and it's right there on the end of his shifter.
Yes, sir.
That he's got a little thumb joystick. He can control his steering.
Yes.
Right.
Absolutely
We'll watch
incredible.
this one. This
Let's
is
watch this one.
Now, was this a brand new build, or is it a revamp, or what?
I believe this is a revamp of Chris Keaton's truck.
It is.
Okay.
They redid some stuff and put a new body on it, and I think they got a little better, different axles and everything underneath.
She's pretty. All right, let's see what she run. See which run this was.
I don't know if we got volume on these or not.
I can hear it on my end. I don't know if y'all can hear it or not.
No.
I can't, but that's no big deal. I don't know which pass this was, but Chris, I have both times here for Chris.
This was the first one, the clean pass.
All right, so that'd be 22.592 on that first pass, which out of the 2 passes was his fastest pass.
Yeah. Man, I love watching him come over that jump.
I do too.
Me and Russell Twitty talked about before the show started, and he come to me and Russell said, "Hey, I want to move the finish line back 100 foot." I'm like, "Thank you, I agree 100% with that." Because
That was the smartest decision of the day.
Agreed 100%. Me and him talked about it, and I was like 100% agreed with you. Most of your wrecks, 90% of them happen coming out of the pit. I think that's a great move. Let's do that. I think it made better racing. It let the drivers where they didn't have to worry about being full throttle to the end of it, coming out and having problems. They can get off the gas early enough to get out of the pit.
The second best decision was Russell come to me, and I was standing down there in the middle with his staff, and he said, "Hey, when the big trucks come up, do you mind moving out of the middle?" I said,
Get out.
Not a problem. I am more than happy to get out of the way.
Mr. G, that was me. I look down there and I seen you in the middle on the tent. I'm like, look, your guys I know is going to stay there, but he's going to be on looking through that little camera lens. Could you please ask him to get out of there because you don't know what's going to happen. I'm telling you.
Right.
I'm all about safety. We have a good safety record with Southern Outlaws. We really pride ourselves on that, making sure that we have great drivers.
Yep.
I trust them, but things happen, things break, and I just don't.
Oh yeah.
Another to make another.
I'm a firm believer. I'm a firm believer in safety first.
Yes, sir.
And everyone has the right to call safety.
Yes, sir.
Firm believer.
100% with you. And we all doing this because we love it, and it's going to take that. Me and Russell talked about this. It's going to take that one incident, one time that's going to hurt everybody because it's going to, insurance go up so high, or they're going to cancel on us or anything. So we need to prevent everything we can do before we have that one incident.
Yep. I love the fact that when Kamikaze hit the guardrail, we stopped everything and had to fix that. I mean, that was.
I got it. We'll see that one in a minute.
Yeah. Okay.
This is the second pass, I believe, for this truck, and I don't know who this is, guys. Y'all tell me.
I believe this is oh gosh, what's his? He's a young man, first time driver. Oh goodness,
well, y'all can't hear it anyway. So
Micah.
Is that Micah and Wasted too?
I believe this is Micah. I think. We'll see when he comes around the corner if that's Wasted. I'm not sure. I don't think that's Wasted. That's too dirty to be Wasted.
I want to say that's Zip Tied in a 1-ton class.
I think you might be right.
Which is Joseph Teasley, and this is only his third race driving, and he's doing a great job. Every race he's improving better and better.
This one we know, this is Super Taz, Mr. William McCarn, which he's
we're still in that 1-ton class right now with these videos.
Yeah, I thought he was already in here. Yeah, there he is. They always watching for us.
Southern Slingers watching in.
Yeah, William's been racing for a long time, him and his family, and they do a great job. William and them, and trust me, William's a great driver.
Yes, he is. You know,
he gets a little wild.
He's gotten to the mindset that, you know, his truck is built with a specific amount of horsepower. He's like, I don't need to go any faster.
Yes,
he said, I can be competitive and keep that same horsepower.
So
there's Mike.
He got into something in that pit right there.
Looks like he hit him here and it turned him.
Right there.
Yep.
Wham.
It turned him. Yep.
That left rear wheel took a hit. It's amazing those aluminum rims taking hits like that and not bending them and messing them up. This is Zip Tied.
Says that is Zip Tied. That was Zip Tied. We're still learning all these trucks with the 1-tons and the Megas. You know, I mean, we know who William McCarn is. I mean, we see he's at Palmetto every single race. So.
Well, and see, my rules are a little different when we come to Twitty's. They're a little different. I run no axle rule in my class, meaning 2.5 tons. I'll run one class for Southern Outlaws. We don't have enough south to make a class for them, so we let them boys run with us, and they're competitive, and they run with the boys, and it just works out better for us. So a lot of the 1-ton drivers, I don't know very well because they run more of the South Carolina and the North Carolina area.
Yeah.
So this is
Ed Giles says this is Mudcat Huey Williams.
All right, so that's Mr. Hugh Williams. He is from up there in Virginia, and you know the good thing about Mr. Hugh right there is Mr. Hugh has been around the sport for a long time, and him and his partner, Mr. Bob Porter, used to have a track in Virginia called Sign Rock. And funny story about that is they brought Southern Outlaws all the way up there to Virginia, and when I tell you it was a long enough drive, it was 16 hours for me to get there. And get there, and I got there Wednesday morning, and it rained like cats and dogs all the way till Saturday morning at 10 o'clock.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
Like, we still have it. So my wife tells everybody, you know, before we got there that month, we're going to put y'all in front of new guys, new people, new faces. That's why we're going to Virginia. Mr. Gene, I'm not lying to you. One of our drivers went through the corner and stuck his hand out of the window and put the deuce signal up, peace sign up.
Yeah.
And 4 Amish people with their hats, their suits, everything, stand against the fence, and they was doing Arsenio Hall. Whoop, 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 whoop.
That's awesome.
Got the
That's
picture.
awesome.
Told y'all we're gonna put y'all in front of new people that's never seen y'all before. And that race
in front of the Amish.
The whole place was like 1.5 feet deep full of mud. You couldn't walk in boots, shoes, or anything because they would just come off. And it was the most fun we ever had because drivers was sliding, drivers was having fun.
Yep. So William McCarran says 23.6 and 23.8, pretty consistent.
I know, right?
Exactly right. I got his times right here, and he is exactly right.
Yep.
Yeah, if you'd been running consistently, he'd have took some money home.
So this is Jeffrey Hare, and I've been talking to Jeffrey today, and he's been trying to take it easy as much as he can, and
Tony up.
I'll tell you what.
Or
Katie Hare, she says she appreciates everything that we're doing because their son nonstop has been watching mud racing now since Saturday, and I mean it just mind blowing what the November Tony took a tumble and Jeffrey takes a tumble this weekend, and I'll tell you what, you know, to all the safety manufacturers out there, they used it all.
yes, Tony did tell me Saturday night that Jeffrey flipped a couple more times than Tony did, so Jeffrey's one up to him.
We don't need
back and get that award back from him.
Didn't they just get that truck fixed? They put a new front clip on it.
Tony,
whole back end.
2 weeks ago in Dublin, Georgia, Tony brought it down and raced and made it. He took the third pass option and got beat out of the top 8 by a couple other guys that passed him with the third pass option, but he come down and he run good.
Oh wow!
Sweet.
Wow.
Well, let's see his run.
Nick Kasparian out of Indiana is chiming in, watching. He's back.
He's back.
Man, what a run this was!
He was on a good run.
Good
right
rotation.
there, he slowed it down.
Yep, slow down coming out. Right here's where it got really, really hairy.
Bam.
That hump at the end that always kicks the ass end of the trucks up is what caught him.
Well, and what me and Russell talked about that, and he has shaved that hump down, and what's making that hump worse is when the drivers get on the brakes so hard, it pushes the dirt up, and then it unloads all the dirt on the chassis, falls down right there, and makes it a hump.
Yep.
It gets worse as the night goes on, and, you know, Tony told me that he thinks they watched the video, and it was 6 times he rolled over.
6 times.
6 times is what Tony told me Saturday night.
Wow.
Jeffrey or Tony rolled over 6 times.
One thing we do, Robert, is when a vehicle rolls like that, we immediately pull our cameras off. I mean, we try to leave a camera on it just so we have it.
Yes, sir.
But we don't want to show anybody getting hurt.
No, and then you got to remember, y'all shooting this live, and it's like anybody on Facebook Live or anything. Somebody's family's at home that don't even know he got hurt or anything, and they're gonna see it on that TV before they get the phone call, and you don't ever want that to happen. That's just not what you want. So, respectfully, I respect y'all for doing that also.
Yeah, we put the cameras on the ground or something until the guy's out and knows everybody's happy.
I agree.
I keep looking because he corrected to the right, and then we got to analyze what he did, y'all. And when he turned to the left, and then that thing kicked up, and he rolled to the left.
Yeah.
One.
He was just holding on for dear life right there.
Oh God, what are you talking about? That was crazy. We love Jeff and Camden's little turbo Toyota now.
Man, that little thing's nice to hear wind up, ain't it?
And he was fast. Camden was on it, man. What was his time?
He run a 22.514, so he's right there with everybody else,
Yeah.
In the times, so it's not like it's way down in horsepower or anything. It's right there where it needs to be.
Yeah, and at 20 years old, isn't he 20 or 20?
1,000 horsepower Toyota They ordered that motor straight from Japan.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Took off the twin turbo, put a big turbo on it, and the first time I heard that truck, I fell in love immediately. I'm like, oh my God, that's insane.
Yeah. Yeah. And that class was very competitive. It had 12 entries in that class, you know, and then you come up, Mr. Hugh Williams finished third with a 45.583, and then you had Chris Keaton finished second with a 45.374, and then Tim Lights, which he usually runs with me in my mega truck class, but he's got 1 tons. He ran a 42.598. Still a very competitive class with all them boys.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead, show it, Blake.
I am. Cynthia said she couldn't hear us. Cynthia, can you not hear us or the audio on the videos? Because that doesn't have it.
Yeah, we don't have the audio on the videos.
Y'all got to give my redneck ass some time to figure all this stuff out. Now, we went and bought all this Lamborghini, and I don't know how to drive it. I'm working on it.
Well, sometimes you got to get your younger kids in there to help.
Right.
So we actually have instant replay. That was a couple Benjamins, to say the least.
I can imagine.
And we can slow it down, replay it, back it up, fast forward, all kinds of cool shit with this stuff.
He takes this corner like a pro, man. That's one of the smoothest corner turns that I think we've seen. I mean, he drifted that thing.
Hey, look, that was a great corner, but if you got the footage later on, I think we're going to see a textbook corner later on that nobody can deny was probably the best corner and pass of the night.
Which one was that?
Corner. So, you know, we're still on the 1 tons. I don't want to jump ahead or anything, but the 1 tons all right there. You know, everybody says, well, they're lighter. These axles nowadays is going to 2.5 tons. They're putting 9-inch forward chunks in the middle of the Meritor axle. So I don't want to hear about weight of a 1 ton because you got to beef up the outside of the 1 ton axle, the tubing, so it don't bend them when you jump in these trucks as hard as you're jumping them. So before it's all with, you're looking maybe between 5 and 10 pounds between a 1 ton axle now and a 2.5 ton axle with the way all these axles are getting built. So to me, it's just they have stepped it up so much in technology. The 1 tons are running just as good as the mega trucks, or the mega trucks are running just the 1 ton, however you want to look at it.
Yeah.
Right.
The 1 tons don't have they're 1,000 to 1,500 horsepower. The megas are 2 to 2,500 in that ballpark, and the weight difference might be 1,000 pounds, but they're being all very, very competitive.
It is. With the weight difference though, is a lot of times weight difference. It doesn't matter because you want weight sometimes, and sometimes you don't want weight.
Yeah. Yeah.
It depends on what track you're running, how many turns it is, stuff like that. It means a lot.
Well, that's like empty pockets. I was blown away when I found out that truck is over 5,000 pounds.
Yep. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of steel to be getting up in the air. All right, so let's read this one here. Cynthia Hare, she says, I appreciated going to the ground because I was not there and was lucky Mr. Bill got to call me prior than anyone else. And then Jeffrey told EMS after they checked vitals, okay, I have to get my phone call to my wife. So after my father-in-law, I got to hear Jeffrey's voice. That's the important part,
Yes,
that's right.
I had a race one time. I'm not going to name where it was, but I had a photographer come out there videoing it, and the truck at the end of the track turned towards the crowd for like a split second and then turned right back. Well, what's he do? He puts on their near-death experience at this track so he can get clickbait, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh.
Church called and said, what is this? And it caused World War III. Things like that right there is bad things for the sport, and people don't get that. So
yeah.
That
was selfish of that dude.
Yep. I had to get on the phone. We had to get a lawyer involved, and everything was taken care of because it was nothing bad. He just labeled it that, but we had to get him to take it down.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was trying to do just what you said. He just cared about him getting a few clicks.
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. These clicks don't mean nothing. The money that they paid Facebook and all that ain't.
No, sir.
Shit.
And I respect what y'all did. Trust me, I really do. That means a lot because that's the number one concern. Like when photographers come to our races and if they have any requests or anything, yep, if it's correct, you don't put no footage out. I tell you,
No. The way we're doing it, we're following these same racers all the time. They're becoming our friends too. So you know,
yes,
the level of respect is higher and higher with every race.
I don't want to show nobody getting hurt.
no,
No,
sir.
no,
You know,
never will.
That's not what we're about. So we're here to promote the drivers, the tracks, the series like Smo. You know, we want to promote those events and the drivers and I mean we ask one question of everybody, and that's why do you do it? And they say, well, it's because it's family.
Yeah. Why do you race in the mud rather than round track or drag racing and such as that? And we get the same answer every time.
It's about the family. It's about the family atmosphere that it creates.
Well,
Exactly.
while you're saying that, I want to say this because this happened this weekend. I teared up with big tears. I just told y'all about Mr. Hugh Williams, and he had a track with a friend of his named Mr. Bob Carter. Mr. Bob come down with lung cancer, and he raced with us. He's been at Twitty's and raced. And me and Mindy are really close to Mr. Bob and love him to death. And we wanted to do something for him. Well, our first race, we was going to do something for him, and I said, don't feel right, man. But we do when we come to Twitty's. He raced there. He's been there like he's missed one race at Twitty since Twitty started. And we're like,
Wow.
So we was going to do a 50-50 raffle no matter what and go through the crowd and sell tickets. That's fine. But I told her, I said, I want to be able to give the drivers an opportunity to thank him and show the support of the Mud family, the drivers, and let's do something for them. So we passed the helmet in driver's meet.
That's awesome.
I got the helmet, and when I tell you that this man had tears in his eyes, I had tears in my eyes because every one of the drivers come there. And look, I didn't count it because that's not my business to count that money. I didn't want to. But I watched drivers not just put 20, not just put 50. I bet you there was 40 drivers put $100 bills in that thing right there. And some put 200. Some were putting 3. I watched it myself, and I just teared up because that's what Mud Family's about, and they understand it. They want to help them out, and that's what made us feel so good about it, to be honest with you, because they gave to that man knowing that man's down. He can't work. He's doing the best he can. Come there to watch. He just finished his chemo. We all praying for God that God's going to work a miracle, and we know he still can. And man, look, me and Twitty was just amazed that the driver stepped up and wanted to help. That's what Mud Family is about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was that the young man sitting in a chair under the announcer's booth? I seen a picture of you with him.
Yeah, that's the picture you seen. That's Mr. Bob
Okay.
Carter. That man right there means a lot to not just me, but Twitty. And Twitty's been in his track and race. Dave Renfro's announced there. All of us. He's raced with us. He's helped us. And long story short, I got out of racing for a little while, sold my timers, wouldn't get back into racing. I decided to get back in, and he was the first man to call and say, hey, Robert, I got 2 sets of timers. I already sent them to you. They're yours. I don't want no money for them. I've tried to give them money. I tried to rent them. I tried to buy them.
That's awesome.
And that's he is. So to tell you that we love that man to death, it's an understatement because he just does so much for the sport and the people. So it really was, I guess you're going to stay really on the heart that everybody helped out. So I want to tell all the drivers that was there that watched this, thank y'all for showing love to that man because he sure did deserve it.
Great job.
Wait, you got any of the megas? Yeah, the actual megas?
I got all kind of videos, man. Hold on.
Well, let's get into that mega. So, the megas, that was 27 mega trucks that showed up. And it was no slouches. That was a lot of horsepower and a lot of speed that showed up there. And some big, heavy hitters showed up there. I think that's the fastest trucks in the South for sure that showed up. And they showed out. I mean, it was just cool. So, we ran the format of Twitty's. That was the deal with Twitty. This was just something that's not my race. It was kind of a piggyback race for points. And we had it where you got to do 2 passes. And it's combined time. So with combined time, we did it where we get combined time. And then I wanted to throw in, for that's what Smo does, a 3rd pass option where if they messed up or they thought they can get a little more out of the track, let's do it. So I'll let you show a couple videos and then we can go through how that been.
Yeah. Is this one of them?
Oh, this is definitely one of them. This is definitely one of them.
I'm just we can start right there then. That's not a mega? That's a 1 ton?
That's a 1 ton.
A 1 ton.
All right. 1 ton.
Now
Is
this is hammer time.
That's hammer.
Big
That-
Jeep.
That old tall ass Jeep doing that wheelie.
Hey, look, that tall Jeep still ran a 25-second pass around that track. That ain't
Right. Oh, that thing was rolling. Look at him take that jump.
Matt Fisher drove that thing, and then he won Friday night on the tug of war. He bet a whole half of a cow, because that's what he does. He raises Wagaboo beef, and he bet.
Oh, really?
Somebody on the
Wow.
tug pack, and he won it, so he got to keep his beef. There's always behind the scenes something going on with Twitty, I promise. Yeah, that's Mr. Matt.
We wondered if things were happening Friday night out there, because it was a 1-day event, and I know there was a lot of people that were already there on Friday.
But that's
So there had to have been some playing around going on.
There was. That's Mr. Matt Bonnet slime time, and if you play it just a little bit longer, you're gonna see him go down here and jump this first jump, and when he lands, it sounded like a gunshot because he blew the left rear tire.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we heard it.
I heard it.
He heard it. He kept going. Boom.
He hit the guardrail.
Yeah, bounced it off the guardrail.
I didn't know that was Matt driving that truck.
Yeah, he still drove it with a left rear flat. He got on the boy. Look at him.
He hammered it. He hammered it.
Well, he raced that square body at Tyndall Farms, and I really liked that truck.
Yeah.
That square body was bad to the bone.
This right here will be David Tyson. He is a 2-time SMO champion. At this point, this is the pass that he laid down was a 19.342, which is the fastest pass of the day at this, most of the day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let him play while we just talk about him, because
So right there, 19.342. That was the fastest pass in the first round. But right here, this is going to be Mackenzie Kimball. This is where he goes down there and slaps the guardrail.
Yeah.
You're gonna see it.
When he
just jump, watch. Here he comes. He's got the brakes.
and when him spinning around is the coolest thing, though. He don't miss a lick, son.
Nope, he did not.
Watch
miss.
him. I mean, that was smooth turning around.
So Robert, you see that orange umbrella back there? That's our cameraman right there in the corner.
That man's got his ass handed to him.
I'll tell you what, he took a beating
down there, and we got a game plan. And I knew Russ had a big tower on the other side, so we grabbed it, put it behind it, fixed everything, and it was perfect. So this person here, this is Mr. Hank and Dinosaur.
That was one of my favorite trucks, I think.
Hank and Dinosaur. I just put that shit together.
Yeah. Yep. Hank Steinhauer is his name. He's out of Georgia. 2 weeks from Friday.
I was catching Dave's announcing, and a lot of these guys I don't know their names. If I would have had a schedule, I could have kept up and kept drivers and trucks and all that. But that's something for the future that if we do more races with Southern Mud Outlaws, if I could get a schedule of the running order, it kind of helps. It helps us in the video to keep everything in tune.
We can do that. We'll work that with you to make it better. Trust me, I want to see that. These guys deserve every bit of recognition they get to do it.
Yep.
Well, what they do is, and you probably already know this, Robert, is all the drivers, they'll put this on their TVs and the campers and everything in the pits, because then they can see what the other guys are running. And a big part of it is they want to hear their times.
Well,
so they're kind of keeping up with the competition.
Mr. Blake, you saying that? Me and Russell had this talk after the race was over with, because it was funny. Wyatt and Hunter Tyson are both, we call young guns. They're both young, come to the sport, following their fathers into the sport. And both of them, they want every video of every pass they ever make. Why? They want to study it, because them two kids, that's their generation. They watch them phones, they watch it, YouTube. They'll watch it and study them videos of where they messed up at, where they can fix it for the next time. And Russell's like, I ain't watching no video of me. I'm just going out there and winging it. Not
Yeah.
Know what they did wrong, go out there and be better for it. And you got to respect them. They just make it better.
Matt McClaren said you probably could have sold underwear down there at that race. Because, look at the tail end of that truck kicked up.
Yes, sir.
How high is that truck off the ground, the back tires? 8 foot? 6 foot?
3.5 foot. Huh? Maybe a little more.
That's rolling. And the back ends, they're hauling ass with all that going on. Dinosaur with Hank.
Mr. Hank.
Who was driving that one?
Bohannon.
I thought Duke
This
was
is Duke
driving.
Bohannon driving this truck. This is this truck here. Man, this thing's insane.
That turn was good.
That's a brand new bill for at the end of last year and come out this year for Justin Young and Mr. Kyle Johnson with they built that truck, and they just wanted Duke to shake the truck down to give them an opinion if they needed something else they was doing with it or whatever for Justin to drive it. And Duke is a seasoned driver, got out there and did a very good job. But I want to say this. Duke went out there and his fastest pass, I got it right here. Duke's fastest pass in that truck, being first time in, was a 20.726. Well, Mr. Justin Young, he's worried about he's not doing good enough. He went out there and he ran a time of 21.067. He's not that far behind Duke.
No.
So
don't need to be knocking himself. He did a great job in the truck.
Justin,
that could have been anything a second.
Justin was commenting on our Facebook page today as well.
Yeah,
Justin, and it's good to see. It's good to see these drivers in the megas finding us, and what it tells us is the content we're putting out is what they want to see.
Mr. Dean, they all want to see. They not want to be famous or anything. They just want to be noticed and for what they're doing. They want to have a little bit of notion for it. You can't blame them for that. I mean,
that's where we got our start. We started it because we wanted to showcase the drivers. The driver interviews are a big part of our deal.
Yeah.
And the tracks. Hey, if we don't have drivers and tracks, we don't have no fun.
Well, I tell everybody that go to these places and you got to make the drivers happy, but you got to make the fans happy. It's that yin and yang situation. Because if you don't have fans, you can't pay drivers. But if you don't have drivers, you can't make the fans show up because they're not
100%. So,
yep.
Number one goal: get asses in the seats.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We got to get those people to. We want them to watch this. We really do, but we want them to get excited to where, hey, we want to attend that next. We want to attend it, and then people are watching from far away. Gary Pierce. Gary watches religiously, and he's all the way in Maine.
He's in Maine.
Gary wants to race with us.
In Maine.
Yep. He wants to get to South Carolina.
He's building the mega.
Why there's no front ends on these trucks? Southern Mud Outlaws does not have a body rule. I'm just going to go ahead and say that. The body rule to me is it does not make them no safer. It does not make them no faster. And all it does is they flip it, tear it up. It makes them cost more money. So a lot of the guys, these front ends, they take them off because they can't see good enough where the tires is in the front and anything like that. So if it's allowed, they take them off. I have no problem for Southern Mud Outlaws. I'm not worried about a body rule. Take it off because Southern Mud Outlaws wants to see the fastest and the safest passes we can get. So if they can't,
right,
to me, that's no good. And if it makes them faster, let's go for it. We're going to go fast.
Yeah.
I rewound this, and this is Mr. Empty Pockets.
At the starting line, telling them if their wheels are straight or not.
Yeah, well, I mean, trust me, Justin Young can sit in his truck and he'll tell you, I can't see my front tire because of my nose. That's why he takes it off. He wants. I don't blame him. I would be the same way.
I love that paint scheme. I love that paint scheme he's got on that truck.
That old Sharpie, man. That's that Sharpie they took around there.
That Sharpie paint. I mean, that's just cool.
It's cool.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know why they didn't run the front ends either.
That's why they don't in my series. I have no body rule, and for the main thing, they take them off because it's either going to tear the front nose up, and that front nose clip is probably $1,500 by itself.
Yeah,
Destroy the nose clip on and rewrap it. You're looking at money. Second thing is Justin has told me Duke Bohannon and like Gus Dean takes off the front of Vengeance of his truck, takes the clip off. It looks that old body style, but he can see better without it on there. So it just makes sense. Why worry about it? It does nothing except it'll classify as a Chevy or thing, whatever. But if you go to most racing, or what tractor pulls, whatever, most of them's running a something else under the hood that ain't even what the hood's showing it is.
Right.
Well, look, I mean, look at it. I call them thumpers. I call them thumpers because they don't have a body on them. They're just the cage, like Voodoo.
Yeah.
Empty Pockets.
Voodoo is just a cage with a little bit of metal on it.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of trucks like that. So I think it's cool. It don't matter.
To me, it don't matter. You let them run. They fit the rules for me. I'll say it, Mr. Gene. I'm not afraid to say it. I have one rule in my whole series for Forest, like Tekken and all that. You have to have 11, 2, 24 or above tire. The rest of my rules say KISS. KISS. Keep it simple, stupid, because I'm the only stupid kind of mud race. So, you know, if you put a rule out there, they're going to try to break it, bend it, whatever you want to do. Let these boys
Right.
let's race and let's have some fun.
Who was this one here?
I have to look at it and see here.
God, that was smooth over that jump.
Yeah.
That one had that funky front end on it. It's like the tubes come around and met in the middle. Where'd I go? Pass it?
Yeah. Back up.
Go back up and
Right,
see it on
right.
start. I'll tell you who that was.
Right there.
Right there. With a white roll.
Is that the rent to own?
No, rent to own would be a is either Jeremy or that's going to be Mr. Jason Fordham. Is that Jason Fordham? With a white roll cage.
Yep.
So a white chassis and red, but the front end rounds at the front.
Okay, so that's going to be Mr. Jason Fordham. I'm almost sure of right there. He just bought that truck over the winter. This is his like third race with it. Doing a great job with it. He is partners with Mr. Casey Altawanger. I had to say his name right. Been saying wrong for like 5 years.
Shwip. Whoop. That's so smooth. He had that dialed in.
I think I talked to Casey a little bit today because I had the same thing when I heard Mr. Renfro say his name. I'm like, wait, I can't even pronounce that.
His girlfriend Kelby in the driver's on Victory Lane the other night. He said it's Altawanger. And I said, okay, like wonton, like, you know, Chinese, we're going to put a little Chinese spin on it. So that's how I remember how to say his name. And they said, yeah, say it that way, you'll be all right. So it's like that.
Look at that right there.
So,
Sorry, look at that right there. That is absolute insanity.
That's what it's
That's
about,
8
man.
to 10 feet. 8 to 10 feet in the air. There ain't no doubt about it. That's 8 to 10 feet in the air coming over that jump.
I'll tell you something that's wild to watch is, hold on, let me see if I can stop it.
well, that is the
Look
truck.
at my cameraman. Oh, we're going to hell for laughing at Frank for that.
Well, that
We
truck
had
is-
no idea it was going to be like that when we set him up.
Yeah, I
We
don't-
really did.
David Tyson was driving, or Hunter Tyson was driving it, because both of them had to drive the same truck. Hunter, for the last 2 races, has been the fastest driver in his truck called Rank at our 2 races. Had the fastest pass in both races, but blew the motor at both races.
Oh, wow.
So to keep
wow.
his points, he drove his daddy's truck with this weekend.
That's wild.
Poor Frank. I bet Frank's still washing dirt out of his ears, man. We'll have a man lift next time so he can get up and out of the way. We try to do that. If we can get a man lift, we like that. Get some out of the way of the trucks, and they still got a great view, you know?
Mr. Blake, is this the next truck in running order after the truck that just ran?
Yeah, but it may have skipped one. I don't know.
This should be. This is either Chris Schubert or Micah. I can't see till I look at the truck in the front. Maybe.
We like I said, I came home got up here at 6 o'clock and just kind of got some clips real quick for tonight.
I want to say that's Micah in the Wasted 2 truck right there.
Yeah, we didn't have the other camera up at that time, Gene. Remember, because it had to reset it. I seen him in the background working on it.
We had a battery issue. I think our battery overheated.
Yeah. But, you know, it's funny. It's funny. It was a good race all the way around. Trust me, it was. It was great. Good timing. You know, when we got down to it, we had 6 drivers take the third pass off. And we talked about that a little earlier, right? And I think that's Voodoo truck, the new truck he has built.
Yeah.
By looking at the roll cage of it. Yep, that's Voodoo. That was pretty cool. So, you know, I don't know if anybody told y'all. And if y'all want to know it, I can tell you real quick, and we can go from there, and we can see what, you know, let y'all know what happened there. You had 6 drivers take that third pass option.
Yep.
So Hunter Tyson went out first for his third pass option. I told y'all earlier that his daddy set the fastest time of the day with a 19.342. But at this point, Scott Swift was in the lead with a combined time of 39.666. David Tyson was in second with a 39.987, and they held their time. They said, we're not taking third pass. Hunter was sitting in fourth, and Hunter's like, I'm going for it. So Hunter, and look, the kid is 18 years old. He's been driving something.
Wow.
He was probably 12. He come to our first race with his daddy when he was 7 years old and been following his daddy everywhere you can think of. And Hunter goes down there and lays out the first third pass option pass and goes out there and makes the most perfect turn you could ever ask for. And I told you his daddy was a 19.349.
Yeah.
Hunter was out there and runs a 18.211.
Yes, he did. Yes, he
I remember
did.
that run, and that was an 18-year-old young man.
He made the fastest pass. It was like perfect. You couldn't ask for a better turn. It was perfect. I don't know how the kid even breathed through the pass because he had to hold his breath the whole pass.
Yeah.
I mean, and then he goes to the lead. But then you have Jeremy Young, and Jeremy Young sit there, and he's like, I don't know, I'm in fifth. I don't know if I want to take my third pass option. He took it, and he gave up his first pass. And then Jeremy come out there and picked up a full second and ran a 19.972 or 5 in third pass. So they say the track slowed down. No, the track speeded up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pass went on.
So Dylan Bigelow says it's not the body, it's how the timer's messed up twice all day on the same guy. However, the run we just saw, Blake back up, that's quick stick.
Yeah.
What he had an issue with the timer at one time, right?
What happened, and I'll explain this because it's out in the open. Ain't nothing you can do about it. The timers had a problem, and then we went out there and fixed it. But on Micah's second pass, and we have video proof of it also, Micah's second pass, when he took off on the starting line, he threw so much mud out that it actually
knocked it over on the finish side
and knocked the timer down.
Yeah. I watched him pick it up.
I mean, seriously, how the track? That's not the track's fault. We did everything
No.
we could. It was like a 1 in a million chance, and it happened.
Yep.
I hated it for the kid. I told him, I'll give you much time as you want. We did everything we could to try to help him because I didn't want to see him have to rerun like that again. But what am I supposed to do as the track, runner or
Right.
the man forge? The mud knocked it over. It's not our fault. It's not.
No.
It's a 1 in a million chance it was his fault. But what are you supposed to do? I mean,
And you know what? These guys. I mean, these trucks alone. Some of these trucks are a couple $100,000.
yeah.
And then they spend thousands of dollars getting them up and down the roadway to come and play on a weekend to win a few hundred to a couple to a couple $1,000. The way gas prices are these days. I mean, look here, they're running 4, 5, 6 passes. Sometimes up to 8 or 10 passes. That's a lot of wear and tear on these trucks.
Oh,
and,
look, understood 100%. And me and Russell, when the first 2 times messed up, and I ran from the tower to the bottom, and I found the problem, and we fixed it. We never had another problem until 2 more passes, and it was because the mud hit the timers.
Yep. Look here, I think I've got probably 4 or 5 videos of you climbing through the guardrail. They're coming down in front of my camera. Going back and forth. You were on the hustle all day long. Kudos to you, that's for sure.
Look, and it's electronics. Things happen, and like, who would have ever thought, Mr. Gene, that when he started and them pits is 40 foot in between them 2 pits, he's going to sling enough mud from pit 1 to go all the way to the other side of the pit and knock the whole stand down. I mean,
yeah.
It's like,
who would have thought?
And it happened to him twice. Oh, I was so what are you supposed to do?
Yeah.
And the kid was fast. Nothing away from the kid. The kid was fast.
He ought to go play the lottery.
Yeah. They should have bought a lot.
Look here, Robert.
There's
I've
another
been to a
killer
lot
joke.
of mud races, and Saturday was one of the best run races I've been to. So
Is that Mo
whatever.
Whiskey? That's the Mo Whiskey truck, I think, isn't it?
It is. That's no whiskey. That's Mr. Bill. Mr. Bill, I don't even know if y'all know this. Mr. Bill, before the race started, almost passed out on us right before driver's meeting, was so white and hot. We was cooling him down. We had paramedics with him and everything, and he told us, y'all better get me feeling good because I don't care what happens. I'm getting in that truck. He wouldn't sit. Did
Tyler Gibbs says, Ronnie Davis, fastest granddaddy in the mud. And I'll tell you what,
always brings the grandkids with them to every race. They got 4 or 5 grandkids, maybe even 6 that come with them. And, you know, his wife and him got to take care of the grandkids because they want them to come. And he is called the granddaddy of racing. Yep.
I'll tell you what, I'm waiting for the day when he puts one of those kids in a truck and says, "All right, boy, your turn."
It's coming.
It's coming. It's coming.
You know?
It's coming.
We're talking about it. I told you a while ago, you know, with Hunter going out there and making that pass and he beat his daddy. Him and his daddy's had a rivalry, you know, back and forth this year because Hunter's been faster, but he couldn't. The motor blew up, so he didn't beat him.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of a rivalry, but that's a father and son, and you know, the daddy wants to keep beating him, but you know it's coming. That kid's the student's gonna beat the teacher. And
Eventually,
David Tyson.
I'll tell you what, it's nice to see them racing the same truck.
Well, that
because
he blew the motor, and I told Hunter, or my wife did in Victory Lane. Well, you beat your daddy, but you had to do it in his own truck.
poor daddy got beat with his own truck.
Yeah, that's the other part about it. Well, I can tell you this, and at Victory Lane, as soon as Hunter got his trophy, he looked at his daddy and said, "I got something you don't have because David does not have a Twitty trophy."
Oh, wow. Wow.
David says, "I got to ride 3.5 hours all the way home with him sitting in the front seat holding that trophy, showing me the whole way home." Look,
that's awesome.
There's still a little rivalry there.
There's Big Boss Man having fun.
Yeah. Look, I was glad.
I'll tell you what, it is exciting to watch him drive. You know, to look up in that big truck and see that beard hanging out underneath that helmet.
You know, it's
I never seen him do a wheelie in person.
Yeah, well, you're not. He's not going to like us doing this, but you know, he drove a Ford earlier. You know, and everybody said Ford for him. He don't want nobody to know how to drive a Ford. Yeah, look at that.
Man, oh man, oh man.
Two put it on the hook on the back. Well, that's what I'm talking about right here.
The infamous hook.
Yep, the hook.
Where's his motor sit in that truck? How far back is it?
It's in the front.
Is it?
He has enough horsepower and all. It's got that truck tuned good enough where when he mashes, he can get it to work. It comes up every time, and you got to get to him. He is very good at doing wheelies. I can tell you.
I didn't ever know that.
I don't think anybody does really better than him.
He is one of the best. I agree.
I think it's the last clip I had pulled, guys.
That's fine
for tonight. And
well, you know, while we wait on that last clip to play, I wanted to tell it because I think they deserve, you know, everything they get. So, you know, the finishing order that night, you had in 5th place, you know, from South Carolina right there, Casey Halta Wonger with a 42.233. Then you go to 4th place, you had Jeremy Young finishing in 4th with a 41.891. And then Ronnie Davis finished with a 40.980. And then Scott Sweat from Florida finished with a 39.666. And then Hunter Tyson with that blistering last pass got a combined time of 37.879.
Wow, I mean, congratulations.
Dude, it was just, and then the times from there on back, if you go look at the times from there on back, from 6th all the way to 11th, there was only 2 seconds in between all of them. In combined time.
Wow.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
How you look at it.
That was an amazing day, man. Amazing day. Thank you very much for putting on.
It was a great day. I'm glad my wife talked me into calling Russell and saying, "Hey, can we do a race with you?" Because at that time, I only had 4 races booked. And she's like, "We need a couple more. Call Russell, ask him, can we piggyback?" He said, "Let me think about it for a couple of days." And then, long story short, I called him a day later. I was like, "I'm not rushing you, but I got another question for you." He's like, "What?" I said, "I just booked a race with Kai Kelly, the Street Outlaw guy."
Yeah.
I need some freestylers. Will you come do 2 and 2 for me? Yeah, we'll be gonna do my race with you too. And it's been a great year for all of us. We've had a lot of fun, and we got a lot more fun coming up.
Nice. Well, you've got a big list of sponsors. We want to make sure we recognize them. So if you got them,
I don't have them in front of me, but I'm gonna do the best I can to remember them all. So we got Butler Built Seats. They come on. They have what we call our hot seat. Butler Built Seats, I think, is the safest seat in the industry. I'm sorry. I've got it a bunch of seats, and if I'm driving anything, it's gonna be a Butler Built seat, the best in the business. SCS gearboxes. Mr. Craig and them do a great job with gearboxes. Have a bunch of gear ratios that you can go back and forth with, and they do a great job of taking care of you. You got Bert's 4x4 down in Florida. Bert Ditzelizzi does a great job building trucks. You got Duke Bohan with wicked racing engines. I mean, you just see his engines out there and what they, Wyatt's got a wicked racing engine, and see what Wyatt's doing now. It's great. Gustine runs that. Lord, you put me on the spot. Angry Duck Graphics is one of our sponsors. Worcester Ritchie with Logo Concepts and his Gear Shift merchandise you can buy, straight online and buy it and you get to go. They're sponsors of us. You got Voodoo Fabrication. Chris Schubert and them with Voodoo Fabrication. They sponsor us and help us. Tyson Logan and them, they sponsor us. And what Tyson Logan and Voodoo did is they did the fastest pass awards. Every race except Russell Twitty's. Whoever has the fastest pass gets $400 extra.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
They put up rules.
In the Southeast DOT series, which we cover a lot of. Rick George put up an extra $750 for the Outlaw class. In every single race of the Southeast DOT, Rick George put an extra $750 for the Outlaw guys. That's a lot of money on the line for these guys to be racing for.
It is. That little bonus helps them a little bit every once in a while. And then Pila Motorsports, which is Adam Pila, he was not there because the ports didn't come in. I wish he'd have been there because y'all would have loved to film this truck. It is the diesel mega truck called Next Level. It's got American flag.
I have seen it. I've seen it online.
Impressive to be a diesel truck because he can run with them boys just as fast in a diesel. So he's on board. And what all happened with all these sponsors is I don't get nothing from none of them. I didn't want nothing from them. Whatever they give us goes into our points banquet. At the end of the year, we're going to have a points fund. It goes all out to the drivers, and it's just something they get to have on. So everybody's giving. That's nice. And it's just been a great year for all of us.
That's nice. How many races are you running throughout the year?
So we started off with, like I told you, I had 4, then I got Russell was 5, and then Kyle Kelly called, and he wanted to book a race with me because he bought a dirt track. And I'm like, okay. And then next thing you know, Hunt to the Front, they filmed late model race. They seen I was going to Kyle Kelly's. They wanted to race in Florida. So then we wound up with 7. I'm like, that's enough. I don't want no more. That's a lot. 7 races. That's a lot of races. I'm like, that's enough. Well, then,
I know the guy. I got a buddy of mine that works with. He works with a gentleman that they just bought a racetrack in Arkansas.
Okay.
And the guy's business partner is Willie Nelson.
Okay. Cool.
So we're doing some talking. So I may have an Arkansas location for you to run some SMO racing.
Well, the funniest thing about it is we went to 2 dirt tracks here, and everybody's like, "Why are you taking mud racing to dirt track?" It ain't mud racing. Go ask any driver that's drove with me at them 2 races. I had them on a 30-degree bank and turn where they took the mega truck to the top of it and come back down. They loved it. One of the races, we couldn't do much, but it was fast. I don't know what. But then I had another track call and say, "Hey, I'll host your points banquet and help you out with the points banquet if you put a race on your points banquet weekend."
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Tyndall Farms?
I have been to Tyndall Farms, and I know them very well. That man violated me at one race one time. Long short, and he knows who he is, Mr. Blaine. Yep. Mr. Blaine got me pretty good one time, joking with me. I owe him one back, but I know him very well. But Redneck Yacht Club called us from Florida, and they said, "We'll host your points banquet if you'll come down here and do a race with us." So now we have 8 for 2026, and we're doing that one in December because it's not cold in December in Florida. But at that, not going to be about 80, 81 degrees. That'll be a nice little treat for December.
Yeah.
That big bank they got.
Another sponsor we have is Spikers Tires and Wheels. And if you don't know who Keith Spiker is, you don't know nothing about mega truck racing because we've always called him the mouth of the South. He's always been out there. He drives Hammerhead. He just had a baby, so he's not racing, but he gave us a brand new set of them aluminum American Forest rims to give away.
Yeah.
So, I got some good guys that race with me.
I think I blew my internet up.
You don't know?
I went away for a minute. Is Robert still with us?
Yeah, he's still with us.
Okay, he's just a black screen for me right now. We all keep on.
You'll catch up, Blake.
I catch it. Hey, I think I blew my shit up, but that'll be all right.
We are very, very blessed to have what we have. And then I have 15 running for the points, 15 drivers. And anybody can come run with us at any race. You can still come win the money. You ain't got to still come race with us. So like in Georgia, we had 24 drivers show up. We just had 27 at Twitty's. We're looking at some more, and it's going to be great the rest of the year. And all we want to do is just go have fun races. And my biggest thing is I want to keep it family friendly, have fun, bring the families there, and the kids can come out. We do a pit party at every race.
Yeah.
Come out. The drivers have hero cards and T-shirts, and they're all signing autographs, and it's just fun. And
so Maddie out of Alabama, young Maddie, she loves it because she's like the pit parties is what it's where we get to talk to the kids.
Yes.
And to be a young 19-year-old girl racing these big badass trucks, she draws a lot of attention.
Hey, don't let that girl fool you. She's won 2 times this year with Smoke. That is fast, and she can drive it. Don't let her fool you.
I know.
It's funny. We just try to do some different things, and I say this. My daughter is 10 now. Her first race was 3 months old, and I want my kids to be able to come enjoy it, have fun. My kids work. My daughter takes pictures. All my kids work the race. We just want to have fun as a family, and I tell everyone when the race starts, the helmet goes on. Look, we ain't friends no more. We're racing.
Yeah,
we're gonna go back time and let's celebrate all together and give everybody thanks for it. And it's been a good group this year that's really come together. We're having fun, and like I said, they betting things on the side as even making it more fun.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep. Well, listen, we want to recognize our sponsors too. So bear with me a second. I want to give a big shout out to John's Truck Service, Drive Chaps Done Right, 2 Gen Solutions. Cassidy Lane and Red Henkel, they drive the Cheese Puff. Cassidy Lane, who is one of the drivers of Cheese Puff, his business is 2 Gen Solutions. We wouldn't have our Starlink without Cassidy Lane and 2 Gen Solutions. So if you need tree trimming and removal, lot clearing, driveways, well and septic repair.
I need tree trimming. I'll call Cassidy tomorrow.
Yeah.
You sure do.
843-908-2905. Superior Paint and Body, they do fleet services. So if you got a big truck that needs to be painted or repaired, Superior Paint and Body right here in North Charleston, they're a great company. Ace Truckers. So if you're doing an event and you need bleachers, Ace Truckers, they have 2 sets of bleachers. They are mobile. They'll pull them in. They seat 450 people.
Each. He goes out there and sets them up with a remote control.
900 butts in seats at a race.
Yeah.
But Ace Truckers, 843-790-9308. Jernigan Motorsports, David Jernigan, he started a motorsports shop specializing in nitrous and electrical. And he is a Get 'em Performance Carbs and Fuel Factory. And I know he's working on getting BP Racing products in as well. He's picking a lot of merchandise up. And with him, as I told you before the show, his process is you're a racer and you got off work, and let's say you're in Georgia and you need a part to get your truck running, call Jernigan Motorsports. Call Jernigan Motorsports at 910-258-2082. He will open his doors at 8 or 9 or 10 o'clock at night for you to come in and get what you need. If he's got it, and if he doesn't have it, he'll order it and ship it to you within 24 hours. He'll try to get you everything you need for your parts. McCarn Heating and Air. Big shout out to McCarn Heating and Air. Cooper Chiropractic. Wide Open Performance and Automotive. They are our Mud Racing Now's official tire provider.
I'm getting tires tomorrow from them.
You getting tires tomorrow?
I am really my work truck.
Palmetto Mudway and All About Mud. Miss Tina Winningham, Tina and Frank Winningham. I'll tell you what. Talk about a photographer. All About Mud. They've been around a while, and they do a fantastic job. Tina's built a database for. I'm not supposed to tell the secret. She's built a database for us of pictures that we get to use. But as the season's gone on, we're getting more into the video than we are in still pictures.
We're live feed. We show it. All right, guys. Robert, thank you so much for having us Saturday, man. We appreciate you. Great show. Can't talk good enough about that. So anybody wants to see some good racing, look up Southern Mud Outlaws and go visit one.
I just want Russell Twitty and the whole Twitty family and their staff. They did a great job working with us. They went above and beyond to make sure everything's taken care of. That is a top-notch facility and with great racing. And the way Russell took care of everything on it, couldn't ask for a better partner to work with on that race, and it really was that good. Trust me. Bam, bam,
bam, bam, bam, bam, bam, bam. It was done.
Oh yeah, well oiled.
I gave this shout out to her, and I'm gonna give it again. Jordan Twitty did a great job lining trucks up. He took care of it. Was on the spot all night long. I mean, all day long. And
I never met her. Does she have a clipboard and a black tank top on?
Yes, she did.
That was her, because I seen that lady running around like a boss.
That woman,
orange shorts and an orange hat.
Great job at it, and that's what you got to have is people behind the scenes doing it that you don't even notice. That's doing the job to make these shows go on without a hitch. And the better it is, the better you are. And they have a good team behind them. And Russell's very good at what he does. And trust me, never thought that I'll never do a race with Twitties. You know, me being in Louisiana, him being in South Carolina. He's on the smaller side of what we do. For building tracks.
Yeah.
I'm going to put him in one of my top 10 of my all-time races, that race right there. And it ain't at the bottom of the 10, it's in the middle of the 10. So trust me. Very great race.
I agree. I concur.
Uh-oh.
He gone.
We lost you.
Man,
oh, man. Well, Blake, it's been a great show. Robert, thank you very much. I know we lost you. Robert, we appreciate you having us out on Saturday. Southern Mud Outlaws, y'all check them out. Check them out on other social medias. And if you get a chance to go catch a race or you get a chance to race with Southern Mud Outlaws, you're going to have a great time. They put on a great show.
You and I will be at Palmetto Mudway, not this coming weekend, but the next, the 27th of June.
June 27th. June 27th.
Skip me up, mess me up, man. And I sounded so like this. Not this weekend, but next. We'll be at Palmetto Mudway.
Right. And it's two things. It's Southeast DOT Series.
Yep.
And we're racing for the veterans.
That's right. So
racing
gates open at noon as usual.
Gates open at noon. Drivers meeting usually about 6 o'clock. Racing starts at 7. And it's all about the mud. All about the mud at Palmetto Mudway.
Until then, we'll see you Monday night next week.
Peace.
All right, brother. See y'all.